Every game that comes out is kind of a small miracle. With the amount of time, planning, and effort needed to even have an ounce of work done on a game, it's astounding. And many, I mean many games have seen heavy changes before release. One of the most recognizable cases of a game changing from initial reveal to release is of course the infamous Pokemon Gold and Silver. The sequel to the groundbreaking Pokemon Red and Green were put in development soon after the original release. They were worked on alongside the enhanced version Pokemon Blue and the anime tie-in Pokemon Yellow. First publicly revealed in 1997 at the Space World Expo in Japan, the game shows a massive variety of differences, from cut Pokemon to entirely changed maps. It is safe to say that this version and the final version are incredibly different, and if anything, just shows that game development requires hundreds of hours of work from talented programmers, artists, and more to even have a small bit of progress made. With that in mind, it is no wonder why many games have seen the fate of being cancelled, leaving an air of mystery behind. But what if I were to tell you that there exists a game so mysterious that the only thing we know about it is its name? The game I'm talking about is called Yeah Yeah Beebiss 1, which is often just shortened to simply Yeah Yeah Beebiss. Yeah Yeah Beebiss was first seen in a July 1989 issue of the Play It Again video game ordering service, and in other issues up until September the same year. However, in October of that year, it appeared in a competing ordering service's flyer, Funko, where it would remain until its removal in January 1990. Now, with as seemingly little information as we have about this game, you would suspect it to be a cut-and-dried conclusion, with Yeah Yeah Beebiss being just a cancelled game. But that doesn't really explain what it was and if it even exists. Many people have given it a shot to explain what Beebiss is, so let's take a look at some of the theories users have come up with as to the true purpose and identity of this elusive game. To begin, let's take a look at the one I thought to be the most likely before doing any real research on the matter. The theory goes that the title Yeah Yeah Beebiss was a copyright trap by Play It Again. Copyright traps are one-off, random, or non-existent details, in this case, products, used to catch competitors copying one another. Now, if it weren't for the existence of a second flyer by a completely different company having the game listed, I felt like it would have been as easy as that, but with the second flyer existing, I decided to research further. For research purposes, I decided to create a spreadsheet documenting all the games and prices listed on each of the documents, finding that a difference of $1.45 occurs 132 times on how much the companies will sell the games for, and a difference of 75 cents occurs a whopping 161 times for how much a reader can sell their games for. Now I know exactly what you're asking. What does this have to do with anything? Well, the sale price on the Funko flyer has the products be $1.45 cheaper than the competing Play It Again 58% of the time, and will encourage readers to buy from Funko rather than Play It Again. Then if we take a look at the buying price, Funko will give you 75 cents more than the competing Play It Again 68% of the time, which encourages readers to sell their games to them, giving them more stock. I feel with how often these numbers occur when compared, not to mention the competitive edge they give Funko, that I can say with definitive evidence that the Funko flyer was indeed a copy of the Play It Again flyer. With that said, if Yeah Yeah Beebiss were a copyright trap, surely the creators of the Funko flyer would be caught in legal trouble, right? Well, interestingly enough, for my research I was unable to find anything that indicates a lawsuit occurred, which seems to debunk the copyright theory, for me at the very least, and I hope you agree. Another theory is that the game was a simple placeholder made to fill space in that section. That way the rows were even. However, upon looking at the flyer, that theory makes no sense, as taking up a small lower section beneath is a statement about readers selling their NES, specifically that they must include a few specific items to get full compensation. So hypothetically, if there were to be an issue regarding space, wouldn't the company simply lengthen the text used here? They could spell out the word to, and honestly just use much better wording. If anything, it looks like this section was heavily shortened in order to accommodate with how little space it was given. So I feel like something must have been necessary about Beebiss on there, such as it being an actual game that existed. Now we get into the theories where it is practically impossible to debunk them for sure, but I figured that we should still take a look at some of these. The first of which was posted on Nintendo Age by user Louiji Master. His theory reads, I had this discussion with an IRL friend of mine about making a Famicom Kusoge, and decided to make one that would have been localized as Yeah Yeah Beebiss 1, with the title being written in Japanese. So I looked up the Romanji for what I assumed would sound like Beebeisu, and plopped it into Google Translate. It was translated as the Beeb. I decided to look up what Beeb meant, but dictionary.com thought it meant Beebe, and behold, Beebe was the surname of an American explorer and naturalist, and I decided to piece things together. The 1 was probably taken from the Roman numeral 2 as a typo, and the fact Beebe was an explorer, maybe Yeah Yeah Beebiss 1 turned out to be Super Pitfall 2? It's crazy, I know, but the truth is always stranger than fiction. Now, for full disclosure, I think that this is likely not the case, but it is a decently interesting read. To think that Yeah Yeah Beebiss is a butchered version of Super Pitfall 2 is an intriguing thought, but it doesn't really account for where the Yeah Yeah came from, and also doesn't really explain why BB would be in the title for Super Pitfall 2. However, there exists a theory I happen to believe is 100% true, and is the most likely candidate we have for Yeah Yeah Beebiss' identity. The theory is that Yeah Yeah Beebiss is a very sloppily translated version of the title, pardon my pronunciation, Rai Rai Kyonshi's Baby Kyonshi no Amida Daiboken, which is a weird top-down platformer in Bandai's Family Trainer series of games, that was also released in 1989. The common thought process is that the Rai Rai at the beginning was hastily translated to Yeah Yeah, and whoever translated it somehow managed to butcher Baby, and transformed it into Beebiss. With that said, that last theory was purely speculation, and despite all evidence seemingly pointing to it being the case, there is no way we can be 100% positive. Which theory do you believe is the most accurate? And do you agree or disagree with my conclusions on the copyright trap? Let me know in the comments below, and until next time, I've been Mama Louiji, and thanks for watching.